You don't have to go running off to another room to get this. You did it very much. We're just going with the names. And of course, you guys are welcome to take pictures after the match. Once the picture. It's going to do a burger chat. Next. Okay. We're going to get started. To all of you. Question 1. The first of these laws required residents in the country for 14 years before receiving citizenship, but was repealed 4 years after its passage. These laws were used to justify Japanese internment and deportation of suspected gang members. These laws passed during the Quasi-War were criticized by the Democratic. Correct for 4 points. Here we go. Oh, that might be the best. Two. In a 1929 speech to the League of Nations, this man proposed the creation of a federal. Incorrect, -2. Federal Union of European Countries. With Gustav Stresemann, this person was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1926 for his work negotiating the Lugano treaties. This Prime Minister of France signed a treaty that ostensibly banned war. Point, name is incorrect, -2. Who co-signed a pact with Frankie? Time. The correct answer was Brion. Question 3. This leader instituted the Lex Cornelia Magistralis to remove rivals, and he gained his biggest rival after being chosen to campaign against Mithridates. This man claimed to see many Mariuses in a young Caesar, and he performed the cursus honorum while holding the office of perpetual dictator before 70 weeks. Correct for 4 points. Before Tupac was the son of a ruler of this empire. Repeat. Correct for 6 points. Nice buzz. 5. After being spurned by Glaucus, this person transformed Skylight into a monster. Elpenor died after drunkenly falling off the roof of this person's home on the audience. Correct for 6 points. Nice buzz. 6. This ruler's grandfather, Egbert, defeated the combined Cornish and Danish force at Hasten Down. According to one legend, this ruler was scolded by a peasant woman for letting pigs burn on their ceiling. This monarch defeated Ethiop's correct for 5 points. 7. In this country, Francis de Groot attempted to cut a building for a bridge competing on horseback. Aaron Campbell led this country's fascist New Guard, which opposed Jack Hay. This country was led by Robert Menzies, and in 1942, this country's city of Darwin was attacked. Correct for 4 points. 8. Joseph Klein wrote a memoir of this event titled When the Heavens Frown. Henry Robert, who wrote Robert's Rules of Order, built a structure to prevent this event from happening again. Over 8,000 people died in this meteorological event, which crushed the Wall Street of the Southwest. For the points, name this deadliest hurricane in American history, which incorrect, -2. Yes. Correct for 4 points. 9. This leader's father, Arthur, served as Governor General of the Philippines before playing power. Repeat. Incorrect, -2. Correct for 6 points. 10. A 1993 revision of this program required states to implement policies designed to recover expenditures from the estates of deceased beneficiaries. Incorrect, -2. This program was signed into law by Lyndon B. Johnson, and the congressional bill that created this program was incorrect, -2. Sorry. And introduced by Wilbur Mills, the affordable care significantly expanded points. Incorrect, -2. Correct answer was Medicaid. 11. This organization, or do you want to get after question 10, I have Shiv with 7, Anish with 0, Anish Kumar with 8, Upper Line with 4, Tinti with 0, Michelle with 6. It's a very close match, though. Question 11. This organization to help the Haitian government combat gang violence. The Chechen Rovites attempted to attack this organization in Rostov. To win the Battle of Bakhmut, this paramilitary is lead. Correct for 5 points. 12. A princess of this place named Andromeda was nearly sacrificed by. Correct for 6 points. That was a nice buzz. 13. In a poem addressed to this leader, one woman envisioned a celestial choir enthroned in realms of light. That poem referred to this man as His Excellency, while another author, Parson Weems, wrote the first biography of this leader, describing how he could not tell a lie and trumping. Correct for 4 points. 14. In the Sri Lankan tradition, this ruler executed numerous monks after the Uposatha ceremony was not held for 7 years. This monarch hired the executioner Chandagirika to staff a prison dubbed this man's namesake, Hell. This ruler's son Mahinda became a monk. Correct, and that is for 5 points. 15. This person issued an unauthorized emancipation edict after being given command of the Department of the West. Kit Carson served alongside this person during the war between Native Americans in California. This person lost the presidential election and saw a vote. Correct for 5 points. 16. A treaty signed in this city in the province of Valladolid would later be modified in Setúbal. Agreement for this city established a meridian off the coast of Greece. Correct for 6 points. Nice buzz. 17. This man converted a white man, Ethelred T. Brantley, after telling him to cease from his wickedness. Novelist William Steiner won a 1968 Pulitzer Prize for his first-person account of detailing the confessions of this man. The original confessions of this man were published by contemporary white lawyer Thomas Ruffin Gray. In 1831 rebellion in Southampton County, correct for 4 points. 18. One woman associated with this philosophical movement wrote the continuity in the seminal text of modern feminism, The Simple Sex. That woman was also close friends with a Frenchman who wrote Being and Nothingness and described this philosophy as a humanism in another book. Jean-Paul Sartre was a leader of, for the points, but incorrect, -2. What popular school of philosophy which focuses primarily on the human subject in an absurd universe? Incorrect, -1. Time, it was existentialism. 19. One of these events in a certain city led to the heart attack of King Wenceslas IV and the start of the Huss Wars. A later one of these events. Incorrect, -2. Well, these events in that same city start the 30 Years' War with Catholic emissaries. Correct. And that's for 6 points. Nice. Yes, 6 points. Sorry. That's for 5 points. 20. This leader ordered assassination attempts against the Mirabal sisters. This leader was known for inviting baseball players such as incorrect, -2. Such as incorrect, -2. Such as Satchel Paige to play for his country. Pico was renamed after this leader ordered the costly massacre against them. Incorrect, -2. That kills a question. The correct answer was Chirino.
After 20 question, I have a 2 for 20, Aisha with -2, Tanisha Kumar for 4, Reminder with 18, Smithing with -2, and Chicken.
Question 21. This company's earliest name was Primal Graphics, which included abbreviations of 2 of its co-founders, Chris Velikovsky and Curtis Priam, helped form this company. He's an American engineer, Jensen Fly. Repeat. Correct for 5 points. 22. During this gathering, Cardinal Reginald Paul and Giovanni Belmonte served as papal legates. This assembly convened by Paul III affirmed transubstantiation. Incorrect, -2. Correct for 6 points, as Buzz. For 6 points. 23. In the Clifford Berryman cartoon, this law is labeled atomic, while Pat Harrison and John Vance Garner look on as alternate doctors. This law's second namesake was a representative from Oregon, while its first namesake also served as one of the 12 apostles of the Mormon Church. This law was largely reversed by the 1934 Reciprocal Trade Agreements Act. For the points, named as 1930 tariff credited with worsening. Incorrect, -2. Worsening the effects of the Great Depression. Incorrect, -1. Time, correct answer was Smoot-Hawley tariff. After of course, right?
So, three times four, using plus two, use, taking that's two. That worth because this was closed after we worked on stating performance. Put that in granted, so remind me 4 points. When you got a 26, and yeah, 28. Two, these are this is second, that's right, what's this? Uh, wait, was it this is awesome. No, it all is a professional.
Okay, so we're all set to continue. 24. In a crew, this ruler ended the 100. Time minus 2. 100 days reform by executing the 6 gentlemen of Luxor. This woman was a concubine for the sheep. Repeat. Incorrect. Minus 2. Xi Bing Emperor and elevated the Guangxu Emperor after the death of the Tongxi Emperor. For the points, name this long ruling Manchu region governed. Correct. For 4 points. No. Question 25. This man theorized that one feature had its source at Lake Bangweolo, but actually discovered Lake Malawi. This missionary discovered Victoria Falls, which he named correct, and that was for 6 points. Nice one. 26. A Tory government official accused this Whig Party member of venality and corruption and imprisoned him. Incorrect, minus 2. In the Tower of London for 6 months, this politician sorted out the South Sea bubble as first. Correct for 5 points.
And the plus out limit is 40.
Yes.
And then check distance.
Question 27. In an election this year, 2 Supreme Court justices ran for president, including David Davis on the Florida Labor ticket. In this election, the Liberal Republican Party split from the Republicans. Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for illegally voting Davis's house. Correct for 5 points. Question 28. After a series of initial successes, this leader's army was ultimately defeated at the Thread Bridge. The overthrow of Jose beat incorrect -2. Jose de Chirigare inspired this leader to give a speech on September 16 in support of Ferdinand VII over the Spaniards. That speech by this leader is thought to have begun the independence movement in Mexico. For the points, famous priest and revolutionary who gave the cry of Dolores. Incorrect, -1. Time. The correct answer was Hidalgo. 29. This agreement resolved disputes over the Silla Valley land claims. This agreement added nearly 30,000 square miles of land south of the Gila River. This agreement, that's correct. Okay, last question. Soapstone bird figures found at this site became correct for 6 points.
So at the end of the route, I have Habib -4, Asian Mark 2, Same Day with 4, Michelle with 19, Atu with 27, and Upper Mind with 41.
All right, congratulations. First, so in 6th place, the start with Habib. Ready? Well, in 5th place, we have Tanish Kumar Lokesh Kumar with 2 points. In 4th place, we have Quinn Jing Wang. In 3rd place, we have Krishna Pigula. Our runner-up is Akron Princeton. And our champion is